Hi, I'm Briese with today's COVID Quickie, short stories of inspiration for today's trying times. Today, we visit a young woman who's feeling like her life is pretty miserable. She feels like she's constantly struggling and fighting, and every day there's a new problem. As soon as she resolves that problem, another one rises up, so she feels like she can never get ahead. And she's talking to her father and she says, "Dad, I just don't feel like any of this is worth it. What's the worth in fighting and struggling?" Her dad happens to be a chef, and without saying a word, he takes his daughter into the kitchen, where he goes to the stove and places 3 pots of boiling water and turns up the heat. As the water begins to boil into the pots, he places potatoes in one pot, eggs in another pot, and coffee beans in the last pot. About 20 minutes go by, he turns off the heat and takes out his cooked goods and presents them to his daughter. He puts the first plate in front of his daughter and says, "What do you see?" And she says, "Potatoes." And he says, "Look closer." And she touches the potatoes and she notices it's soft. He presents the next plate to his daughter. He peels the shell off the egg and he says, "What do you see?" And she says, "Hard-boiled eggs." Okay. He finally presents his daughter with a cup of coffee, and she notices the aroma that brings a smile to her face and the deliciousness of the coffee. And she looks at her dad and she's like, "Dad, what is the point of all of this?" And Dad explains, "You see, all of these items faced the same adversity. They were all placed in boiling water. The potato went in strong and firm and unrelenting, and under the pressure of the boiling water became soft and weak. The egg went into the water fragile, a thin outer shell, and the boiling water turned the insides hard. But the coffee beans went into the same boiling water, faced the same adversity, and they changed the water into something new, something aromatic and delicious that, in my opinion, makes our world a better place." What's the moral of today's story? In today's trying times, we're facing new struggles every day. Things are changing quickly, and it can feel like we're fighting and struggling and never getting ahead. The question is, how are you going to react? Like the potato, like the egg, or like the coffee? I'm Briese. This has been today's COVID Quickie. I'll see you next time.